needs-based budget is essentially, and this is really for the owners primarily right now, but what are your minimum needs to get through this year? In other words, I need to make $100,000. Pay my mortgage, my kids' college tuition, to feed ourselves, whatever it is, or 200 or 50, or whatever your number is. That's up to you. But owner need. So that's the first number. And then, of course, you need to know what your baseline overhead is. What's it cost to stay in business? And then you want to have a little bit of wiggle room here. I mean, it's sort of cushion. Again, this is where it gets subjective. How tight do you need to operate to get along? But if I need, 100K, let's say, to go, and my overhead is 100K in the business, this is, everything aside from me, and I want to put, I want to give myself 50K wiggle room. That's what I need to make to survive this year. I mean, there's ways to survive here, but this is baseline. This is the need. This is not great success. This is 2009 lean and mean operational approach to how we go. So from there, I mean, it's basically then, how much work do I need to do to make $250,000? And so this gets into a more specific planning sensation. I mean, if you can only sell stuff at 10%, and you need to make that amount of money, I'm not going to do, you got to do $2.5 million worth of work or something. That's not quite exact math, but I don't want to get you following me on that. Yeah. So, okay, that's 10%. So it's 20%. You can start doing the budgeting here, and then you start, of course, 12.5 at 40%. So you start playing with that, but what it then begins to allow you to do is what's it going to take? If that's what I'm doing here, $1.25 million this year, how many jobs is that? I mean, we don't know. Maybe I could get one big job, but I know from experience that my average size job is $50,000 a pop, or 20 or 100. Boom, you start dividing that up. 20 jobs I gotta sell. Boom, next level of operations. How am I gonna sell 20 jobs? And this is where you get into the operational planning. But start it from the cold, hard reality. Start that way.